how are you? Is the network okay?
Yeah, it's okay now. How are you?
Fatima, I'm doing well. I just had a few things to say
Okay.
about the going back to religious houses. You know what I mean?
Right.
Today, the mosque went back, and I'm looking at what's going to happen in a week versus the churches on Sunday. Let me tell you what I mean by that. When Muslims are praying, they rarely talk. They
Hmm.
just go from top to bottom. You know what I mean? When a Muslim
Right.
is praying. But when Christians are praying in church, they're yelling half of the time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They're screaming, Hallelujah! Amen! So droplets are coming out of their mouth. If you're going to church this
That's
weekend,
right.
wear a mask. You know what I mean?
Right.
It is hard to social distance in our church. Social
Mm.
distancing is almost impossible in a church. So if you're going to go to church, distance yourself from, I know you haven't seen your friends in 2 months.
Yeah,
So be
definitely.
careful greeting people in church. You know what I mean? Be careful greeting people in church. Oh, hi, Bagger. You'll end up catching coronavirus.
Hmm.
Fatima,
Yes, ma'am.
7 Nigerians died in Lagos this week in a span of 12 hours. Did you know that? I mean, we asked them to do the video as they were carrying the bodies out of the house, house to house. And when the video went out, people started saying there is coronavirus. Anyone that doesn't think coronavirus is around doesn't understand. You're over there in New York. Did you see, Fatima, did you see the new numbers that came out of LA County?
I didn't see LA, but for New York, I know the numbers almost doubled within a day.
Yeah, LA County had 1,600. Why wouldn't they have it? You guys are out there protesting with masks, without masks. What are we doing? We have to protest. Black Lives Matter. I
Yeah.
mean, this situation, another show. I'll tell you my racism story in Georgia, but it's really bad. No one's ever asked me why I left America in 2006. Came back home, went to Canada. But my story is big, but maybe I should say this now. If you're going to church on Sunday, wear a mask. If you don't have to go to church on Sunday, stay home. Fatima, I worship with Salvation Ministry. You know Salvation Ministry, the pastor that locked me up, Pastor Abiyomi. I've been worshiping with him for 2 years online. We're not in Port Harcourt, we're in Lagos. I've been doing it online for 2 years. There's a time when the wife comes up and said it's offering time. I just go into my mobile app and send my tithe. It's that easy. So why would I jump out now and say I'm going to church? You can do these things online. We're still in a pandemic. You know what I mean? So the numbers of new corona cases that'll come out of mosques will be less than churches. The guys
Mm.
went to mosque. Yeah, the guys went to mosque today. Even my gate man told me. Musa said there wasn't a lot of people in the mosque. People are still scared. You know what I mean? So that's my advice for whoever's going to church. Now let's talk about sexual abuse. I
Yeah.
am investigating the Peruzzi case. I'm not going to get into details, but it's on my Instagram page. There's some audios of the lady that I interviewed, and it's very damaging. Okay, very, very damaging. Now, did you get to see what Peruzzi tweeted some years ago in 2012? Did you get to see the rape tweets?
No.
Oh, they were horrible.
No.
Parisi apologized for the tweets and said, "Oh, I was younger then, 22, and you're tweeting, oh, how much is a fine for rape? Okay, if we come to your house, you don't cook, we'll rape you." All these, it was like 9 tweets. I'll send it to you. I'll DM it to you. It's unexcusable. People didn't want to hear it. You know what I mean? People didn't want to. Oh my God, Fatima, look at everybody that entered the program because I came in. Oh, well, everybody, thanks for joining us. But what I'm saying is what he tweeted was really bad. It was really bad. He said we should take his apology. But the girl involved is now coming out 8 years later. If you were raped by anybody, the Debange one is so complicated because now the hotel is talking as well. The hotel is, talking. Some people are saying Debange paid the hotel, his manager. It's time. In 2012, I tweeted this stuff. Okay, Fatima, do you know when I came back from Canada, after I was kicked out of there, I came home and I tweeted, Nigeria is #1 in rape culture, from what I saw when I just moved back home. You know what I mean? Children have been raped. Now we have child pornography. Have you heard of child pornography in Nigeria now? There's a video that's circulating the internet, and it's child pornography, kids having sex. And I keep telling people in Nigeria, don't let that stuff be seen on your phone. In America, they'll arrest you, boom. In Nigeria, it's not far-fetched. You know what I mean? So there's so many issues, okay? There's people who are abusing me, Fatima, saying that I'm too into the American stuff, the George Floyd stuff. I said, well, you can abuse me all you want, okay? I'm more concerned about the American side of things. I got 3 children there who are black males. And black males are police. My children are 19, 28, and 33. Obvious police targets. Philadelphia, California, Maryland. At the end of the day, I have to know, because that's the last thing I need. For that phone call to come to me and say, oh, a police has shot your child dead, So I have to know what's going on in America. So the one thing I also want to say on this show, Fatima, is we have something going on in Nigeria now that we have to pay attention to. There are monies that was found yesterday by budget, like 278 billion. Did you hear about that?
I don't remember. There are so many cases coming out.
There's so many cases. Budgets says they found money going into personal accounts, 2,000 plus personal accounts, 278 billion. And the money was being transferred there from the open treasury. Can you imagine? From the open treasury, CBN and all that? So some people are getting some money. Are they ghost people? We don't know. But that's a lot of money. We need to change those things. What else is going on in Nigeria? We've talked about Corona, right? We've talked about rape. We've talked about the money missing. And of course,
police brutality.
Police brutality. That's always been there. Let's thank Sega Link because he's done such a good job. While we're at police brutality, let me just divert a little bit away. Fatima, on the 4th of May, I tweeted a cryptic tweet. I tweet a lot of cryptic stuff that happens. So some people will call me a witch. Some people will call me a prophetess. I'm nothing but a journalist. I'm nothing but a journalist. No, seriously, I'm nothing but a journalist. A journalist see red flags. A good journalist, an investigative journalist. Fatima, before I go to police brutality, I'm going to intertwine it together. On the 4th of May, I tweeted something. I said, there are massive heists coming in banks very soon. Remember the 4th of May? That was the day the thing was lifted. The lockdown in Lagos was lifted.
Yeah.
I now took the photo of a white guy in Canada robbing a bank with a mask. I posted it under the tweet. I said there are massive heists coming because people have no money. They have stopped work. They are hungry. And guess what? Banks must beef up security. And I listed the banks. First Bank, GT, Wema. I tagged every bank on my tweet. Beef up security because everybody is wearing a mask. You see how I wrote it? There are massive bank heists coming. And it happened yesterday. The first bank I had on the tweet, First Bank of Nigeria, my bank, was robbed in Kogi State yesterday. Lots of people were killed. They went to the police station. Yeah, they went to the police station first, like offer, offer robbery. They went to the police station first, killed everybody there one after the other, and then killed people all over. That particular robbery gang has been terrorizing that local government for a long time, and they did nothing. Oh, wow. Where was SARS? Where is SARS? Why is SARS? You see where I'm bringing this police story? Where is SARS? For these guys to go to the police station and kill all the cops and then head to the banks of a style robbery, of a robbery style. And then, we know that of a robbery, there were cops inside, the robbers, Michael Adiku and all that. But where was SARS yesterday in Kogi? They were Lagos and other cities harassing young people, right? Many officers are doing the wrong things. In Nigeria, when a police officer has attacked someone, okay, we say they're going to go under a disciplinary committee, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? All those things are internal. So when I met with Sega Link on a phone meeting, I said, I want to come with you every time you go to those things. Cop kills somebody and then they have to go under the disciplinary, you know what I mean? The tribunal. Right. I said to Sega Link, anytime there's a next one, I'm going with you. Because we have to see it like what Derek Chauvin is going through now and the other cops. You know what I mean? This girl, Tina, okay, what happened to her will not go easy. Tina is our George Floyd. Do you understand what I'm saying? Tina is our George Floyd. She's going to change it up. And then the girl in Edo State, what's her name? Uwa. Uwa is also another George Floyd. Yeah, they haven't said much about the investigation, but someone in the investigation has spoken to me, a police source. And you know how that is. Okay, so she was dating two guys at the same time, and they were former roommates. This girl and Uwa, even if Uwa was dating two guys at the same time, I've solved the case. This is what I saw, Fatima. The police source told me that the one guy she had a boyfriend. Okay, after she broke up with the boyfriend, she started dating. Yeah, she started dating the roommate of the boyfriend. Now, when the boyfriend found out, he hired some goons to go rape her and beat her up in the church because he knew her movement. So they were up to 3 or 4. They're looking for them. They went to the church, but he followed them. So he grabbed the fire extinguisher. Big mistake. His fingerprints was in there. You see that? He grabbed the extinguisher for them to hit her with it. Sadly, this girl was unconscious. She was starting to talk. When she was unconscious, she said a few things, and that's how they arrested the guy. He mentioned her name. She mentioned his name, and that's how, they arrested the guy. And then now he's going to, get the rest of the people in and then arrest everybody. But pretty much, Zlatan is still mad. Zlatan, come in. Let me leave this thing for us. Let me leave this, what's it called? Zlatan Ibile, he was trying to help a young comedian boy at the time, and I got into arguments with him, Shegun Wire. He really was trying to help the kid. I got into arguments with him, saying that the boy is being exploited too much. Ultimately, he broke the relationship with Shegun Wire and the family. But I remember Zlatan telling me in my DM that my children will all die and I will have cancer. He was very angry, but the fact that he said my kids will die, I will have cancer and all that. I still have the screenshots. So, it was on a Naira Marley video, and Naira said, "Oh, let's end this fight." It was a very big video, but the bloggers missed it. So Naira said, "I want to end this fight" on a live video, and Zlatan is still angry at me. I'm your mother, Zlatan. Yes, I said so. See? He said so. He said I'll die of cancer. Zlatan, she said God punish you.
Will you join? Will you join? Please,
These young kids, they're so rude, but they don't know when they'll need me. Zlatan, Jackie Belos America, Color Bloom, now the Afrobeat. Hey, Fatima, Afrobeat is out now. Afrobeat is worldwide now. Okay, and persistent pays. Zlatan was persistent. Didn't he go to Tiwa Savage for that song? Tiwa blocked him like 3 times. But he kept sending her messages.
God punish the reporters.
Yeah. Tiwa Savage blocked. Yeah, Tiwa Savage blocked him so many times, but he was persistent, and persistent pays, and they ended up doing the song. So this is why I like him. I like persistent people. Shout out to you, Zlatan. Let me go, Fatima. Everybody going to church, okay? Everybody going to church. No. Zlatan is saying I said the EFCC arrested you, so you are criminals. No.
Zlatan,
No, I
we
never.
got the news. No, he's talking about Sahara. He's talking about
Oh,
Sahara.
Sahara.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
Because I went.
got it
I
wrong.
supported
This
them.
is why I want to put you on. You got it wrong.
Let me
We
get
reported
away.
the news. Eh?
Yeah, Fatima, let me go so that you can bring it in because he's a really cool guy.
Okay.
They didn't do anything. I took their side with the EFCC and Naira Marley. That whole case it's a dead case from day one. So shout out to Zlatan, shout out to Sahara. Fatima, I will continue to watch. So that's all I have this Friday. I'll see you next Friday.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye.
All right.